first thing I think I should mention is the only reason I'm thinking about using a newer case with this instead of my old case that I'll show you in a little bit is because the older case does not have a way of me mounting the power supply in a way that the fan on the top / bottom of it, the fan on the bottom of it, isn't pulling, it's pulling air directly from above the CPU heatsink and blowing it out the back, which is not good for the power supply, and it makes it run at full speed. And I think it's fan controlled. I don't know. I think it's thermally controlled though. I'm pretty sure. It gets louder and quieter. But this case allows me to do that, to do it the other way, because the fan can go this way with the fan facing down. There's a vent here in the bottom of the case. So yeah, that's why I was thinking about that. But right now I'm thinking more on the authenticity, because this is a retro XP build. And I think what's really cool about this case over here is, oh, this case doesn't even have a CD drive in it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to use this one. It doesn't even have a 5 1/4" bay in it. So I think I'm just going to ditch this one for now. And probably just going to use the other one. So let me just move this out of the way and show you the other case. I don't know if I've ever used this case in a video before. I don't remember if I have or not, to be honest. We're about to find out, though. This has a temperature gauge on the front, degrees Fahrenheit or degrees Celsius. It used to have blue LEDs. I'm going to try and get them wired up, but I don't know how they work exactly or what voltage they go on. And when I got the case, the wire had been accidentally broken in half, so not sure about the situation on that. But right now we're just going to worry about the motherboard and peripherals right now. I'm just going to show you those. Then we're going to worry a bit more about this. So the floppy drive I'm going to be using is this one. It's a Mitsumi, which is a good brand. It's a really good brand actually for floppy drives. But it has a floppy drive down here, which works, I tested it, and a USB 2.0 card reader up here. And when there's a floppy in there, it's green and flashes green with activity. When there's an SD card in, it's red, this LED. So yeah, it's pretty cool. This uses a standard USB connection for the card reader, and come on. Right here. Focus on that. There it goes. Oh. Come on, focus. There. That's the cable. That was a waste of time. But it also, on the back here, it has power and data for the floppy portion. So that's cool. Floppy power here, data power there. Floppy data cable there. And the card, the PCI cards I'm going to be using, this is a D-Link wireless range booster G desktop adapter. It's a WDA2320. I got this for $1 at a yard sale. It came with the antenna, and that's it. But the drivers are still online, so that's good. So I'm going to be using that in it, in this case over here. Sound card. It's a hard decision, but I went with the Sound Blaster Audigy. Not the Audigy 2 Pro Advanced EAX Advanced HD ZS thingy, because I can't find my Audigy 2 Pro ZS or whatever it is. It's somewhere in my closet, which has just junk everywhere piled on top of everything. And I always keep losing stuff in my room, and I just guess it's in the closet, and it ends up just being right in front of my stupid face. Like yesterday, I was legit looking for a hard drive, and I was like sitting right on top of it. It was like on the chair. I was like, oh my god, I just dug through my whole closet for like 3 hours. I'm gonna die. Okay, but next part is, on that note, the hard drive. Which is, you guessed it, a Western Digital. When are they not anymore? As you can see, I wrote working on this, so it must work. It's a WD Caviar Blue, 160 gig. And that's neat. It works. It's SATA 3 gig. Of course, the motherboard I'm using is SATA 1.5 gig. And it's a gaming motherboard with socket 478 Pentium 4 support, and also Celeron. I'm using a Celeron in it because I had to zip tie the heatsink on because I don't have a heatsink, so I took a Hyper 212 LED, right, from Cooler Master, and I just zip tied it all around the back of the board, and it's really hard to get it into a case, and it kind of flexes a bit now when I put it in, and I lost the I/O shield, but it wouldn't fit with the I/O shield anyway, and it's really cool. I mean, literally, it's really cool, and it's also pretty cool in, like, the sense that it's nice and fun, but it's also cool in the sense that it keeps itself cool with the fan. You get it. Let me just show it to you. It's a BioStar socket 478 motherboard. It's micro ATX, even though I'm using an ATX case. It supports micro ATX, though. You can see my zip tab. Ooh. There's those missing screws. My zip tie job there. A+ for effort, right? Barely fits in a case, but it works. Doesn't matter. So, I have 1 gig of RAM in it right now, but let me find my 2 gig stick, because we are going to be upgrading that today. Was a Crucial 2 gig and a Kingston 1 gig, because these are the only two that I have that are both 800 megahertz. This one is 666 or 600, I think. This is 800 megahertz, both of these. 2 gig and 1 gig. I have another 2 gig kicking around, but unfortunately, I lost it, and it's somewhere in my closet once again, of course. And I will come across it, but these are both DDR2s. And yeah. I'm actually going to put this in the other direction here. And let me just clip these in, then I can change your... Did I just break a stick of RAM in half? Yep. I forgot to mention the graphics card, but we'll get to that when we get to it. I don't know if it'll work in this board yet, because last night I actually already installed Windows on this because I didn't have a cooler, and whenever I just slapped a cooler on top of it without any zip ties before I had zip ties, it just shut off after a couple. It still didn't. Why is this internet keep stop working? But either way, it's still messed up. But this is working fine. I tested it a little while. I'm thinking of testing it without a fan on this because this heatsink is so good on here. But I don't think I'm gonna do that quite yet. It gets down to 7 degrees Celsius in the BIOS, and like, it's really good. It's just really, really good. I'm impressed by it. Quite impressed. And the fan. Fuck internet. Fucking connect. Internet is a piece of shit. What's it doing? Is it still connecting? Hang on. Let's see if we lose it again. Okay. I think we're good now. We should be okay. So I'm just going to move this out of the way. We're going to prep our case. You okay there, internet? Okay, we're good. I'm going to prep the case. Internet is okay now, so I'm just going to put this over here. Get our floppy drive. It's the first thing we're going to install into this case. And I really wanted to show you guys the LED cables to see if any of you guys in the chat, there's nobody watching right now anyway, but if any of you guys in the chat knew the correct way to wire these, because I still have no idea what freaking case this is. The closest I could find to it is I got another case at the same yard sale. I got this one. I got both of them for $1 each. And the other case I found out way after I had gotten it was in a PVA. And it took me a really long time to figure that out. So long. I was so happy when I finally found what it was. So I'm just going to get the hard drive in here. The floppy drive, I mean, sorry. Getting a bit confused here. I'm just going to install this real quick. And I like the blue accents on this case. I think they're really neat. And this temperature panel actually, the other case has a 5-volt one that has like a proprietary connector. It's like 2 pins and it has like a fan header looking thing, but it does not fit in a fan header. So I don't know what it connects to. It probably came originally with like a fan controller in the 5 1/4 inch, but I don't have it anymore, so fortunately I can't use it. I have my theories as to what case this is, but I'm not going to say them because I'm not positive about it. Honestly, I don't exactly know what it is. I kind of have a rough idea. I think it might also be in a PVA. It's very similar in design to the other PVA case. I don't know where my screwdriver went. Keeps running away. That's another thing I keep losing constantly. Let's see if these screws go in without putting up a fight. Most certainly do not. No big deal. Let me go find these screws. I'll be right back. They might be in my room. I found 2 roughly identical things here. I found 4, but only 2 of them are like close to the same, so we're just going to use those 2. Just going to screw this in. And I know that you guys don't want to watch this, so I'm not going to make you. It's also a pain in the ass. Okay, that screw doesn't fit. This one definitely should then. Oh my god, this is not working. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to turn this stupid case onto its side, aren't I? Oh, now it's screwing in. Now it's screwing in nicely. Let's make sure this is aligned. It's half decent, so I'd say it's good enough. Okay. And now we're gonna just install some components. Where's the motherboard? Okay, I see the motherboard. I'm not crazy. I know where everything is. Here we go. Okay, one more screw. Dang, that was quick and easy. This one was a pain in the ass. Okay. I don't know how this is gonna go down. What I'm hoping will happen is ooh, that was me. Oh shit, I fell down. I'm so sorry. Let me check on that. What was that? Okay, we're good. Very bad connection. Thanks for telling me that, guys. That's nice. We're going to be going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. Okay. It's time to yep, everything is ready basically. I'm basically 99% certain I have everything I need, so I guess it's time to start assembling. Oh my fucking god, I'm gonna scratch up my dad's floor and he's gonna kill me. Oh, this is a mess. This is what I was hoping wouldn't happen, and it's the only thing that's happening. Okay. Now if I put this in, will I still be able to put in the power supply? Will that shit get in the way? Because I'm not going to make the same mistake that I did last night. Twice. It's too close for me to risk it. I'm not going to take that thing out again if I do put it in. It's probably already bent. I don't want to bend it any more than it already is. So here's what we're going to do. We'll grab a couple of screws. Screw in this power supply. moment to look something up. I think it might help me a bit here. Turn on sound. As long as my parents don't get here before I finish this, complain about me having stuff on the floor, I will be okay. Who did that thing? Oh, okay. I will be right back over there, guys, okay? Watt ATX power supply. Logisys. Power supply. Bruh. Okay, let me just grab one thing. No, never mind. This is good. We can do this. Let's do this. Okay, let's get back to the stream. I'm gonna screw in these screws the motherboard needs. Actually, you know what? First, before we lose daylight here, I'm gonna plug in the front panel connectors. USB in here first. I think that's what I'll do. There we go, that's in. Here's the second USB. First one can get pushed down. first one, that's the second. And this will go into the same port. Oof. Yep, that's right. Okay. Power switch is right there. Reset switch is not that. LED is right here. Reset are those two white pins. Oof. Power LED is those. Those are both in now. Those are all in now. Every single one of my front panel connectors is now connected. Okay. Oop. Oop. Okay, it's been half an hour almost, and I still haven't gotten anywhere, so we're going to grab this. Okay, here are the screws. We're going to screw this motherboard in now. It's in. Those aromas. Oh wait, that's my foot. Sorry, it smells bad. I was wondering why. And what smelled bad exactly? Apparently it was my foot. Okay. What the hell? We're gonna get the fan in now and be on our merry way. So, CPU thing we're gonna be needing is. This is why I like modular power supplies, just not in more expensive builds like this one. I mean, just not in cheaper builds like this one, because those power supplies just one of those power supplies is probably worth more than this entire build. If I were to sell it right now, it's probably worth more than this, so a bit more at least. Just a little bit, but a bit nonetheless. Okay, let's see what we can do. Okay. There we go. Okay. I should be able to get in this sound card, but I can't, so we're going to use this instead. It's my Wi-Fi card. I gotta go grab some supplies and I will be back after that. I'll be back. Well, judging by the fact that the build's basically done now, I think I'm gonna